Yeah,
What would you?
why
don't you explain Alpha Brain to people, since you're the man behind the shit? Explain it.
Yeah, well, I mean, what we were trying to do is create, concentrated nutrients that would help many different types of neurotransmitters, lift them all up without getting you too out of balance. So we really focused on acetylcholine, bumping up your acetylcholine levels with Huperzia serrata, which is an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor, which helps prevent the breakdown of acetylcholine, and then boosting it up with alpha GPC, a very potent bioavailable form of choline. So that's going to raise your acetylcholine levels, which is what accounts for sharpness, acuity, just kind of being on your game. But some of the downside of that is people can get a little hyper, they can get a little manic. So we put some anxiolytic, anti-stress herbs in there as well, oat straw and a few other things, GABA stimulating herbs as well, and then combine that with a bunch of super strong antioxidants to kind of eliminate the clutter in your mind, that kind of fog that you get when you're just having to deal with oxidating effects, and put it all together to make what we call a balanced nootropic. So
what's the deal with GABA? Because I've seen arguments that GABA is not, it's not bioavailable when you ingest it.
There's some research that points to nutritional GABA not being able to effectively cross the blood-brain barrier.
Yeah.
There's kind of studies on both sides of the fence. Some say that the blood-brain barrier is leaky, and so that using actual GABA, even if it only comes in small amounts, is still effective. Other people say, no, it's the wall of China. Nobody's getting through the blood-brain barrier. Kind of arguments on both sides. I think in our future formulations, we're going to use some more L-theanine in conjunction as well, which is definitely operates similarly on the GABA mechanism, and that way we'll have our bases covered. But part of the inclusion for GABA is, like all the things, is we take it, we give it to people to take on its own, and they felt it. They noticed the difference. So
there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's been studies even that show that it works. I don't, I haven't experienced it. I'm not sure. I've never really just taken straight GABA.
Yeah.
And tried to, it's supposed to calm you down, though. That's the idea behind it.
It's one of the four important neurotransmitters.
So if it's not available that way, how can people get it?
Well, L-theanine operates pretty closely with that mechanism, kind of like L-tyrosine operates on the L-dopa mechanism, and some other things that we were using as well. It's hard to get. I mean, the pharmaceuticals have done actually a very good job with the GABA formula. They created something called gabapentin, and that definitely, by changing it, that helps it cross the blood-brain barrier. But it's a trickier one as far as nutrition. But I think the combination of L-theanine and nutritional GABA is going to be the best bet, and I think we're going to have even better results than we currently have combined.
What do you say to people that are worried about this shit? People that go, "What are you doing, man? You're taking these weird nutrients, and they're changing your brain levels. Like, what? What are you doing?"
Well,
that could be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, all food is changing something about your body. Every type of food you eat. If you're having a greasy hamburger, that's causing a certain effect. What this is doing is basically concentrating really hard to get nutrients that if you were following a special diet, you could try and target and try and go after, but we can't do it. It just doesn't make sense. So, by doing this, we're giving ourselves an advantage. It's like putting extra tools in your kit. If you want to really be sharp and heighten these levels, yeah, you could go out and find different things, tons of things with natural levels of choline in it. Hit some lecithin like a madman and do a bunch of things like that. Or, because of our busy lives, because we have other shit to do, then go out and pound a bunch of lecithin. We put these together in a nutritional supplement, so it's just another tool in your kit. You want a sick workout? We have a formula for that. You want to get your brain on it? We got something there for that. It's just extra tools in your toolkit that you can use and go to whenever you need to.
Best Alpha Brain advertisement ever.
I always thought